Hey guys, this is Danny speaking. Used to be on Silvermoon EU, as you can see. I've gone Horde, moved over to Stormscale EU, focusing a lot more on PvP and Arena now. Stepped back quite a bit on raiding for the meanwhile. May return back to raiding in our upcoming future. But for now, I just wanted to bring a guide to everyone regarding patch 5.1 and the changes that have come about for warriors in that. The overview of warriors is still, we do still pretty much a significant amount of damage. Damage wise, we're still scaling well. We've had a few nerfs on our CCs and maneuverability. I'll just run through a quick few things. One of the major changes that has come about is Glyph of Gag Order no longer works, so our pummel and heroic throw and doesn't silence target for 3 seconds anymore. So if you're at a distance, usually if a mage is about a cast of frost bomb, or healers about a cast to heal, you know, we would easily be able to silence the target and you know, control them a fair bit from range. That no longer happens no more. Intimidating shout has gone from a minute cooldown to a 1.5 minute cooldown, which again does not favor us in any way at all. So we've got to time our silences pretty well now for us to be able to have some sort of control over targets. There was a bug with Safeguard where it wouldn't allow us to break any roots or snares, but I think that's been fixed through some sort of a hotfix, so that shouldn't really be an issue anymore. So those are the few major changes which have come about patch 5.1. The nerfs really are the amount of controlled CC we had is no longer there. Another major hit to warriors has been Avatar. We couldn't be rooted or CC'd when we had Avatar up, and we used to gain 30% extra rage for the duration of Avatar for the 24 seconds that we would be enraged for. That no longer happens. We can be stunned or rooted or CC'd while using Avatar, which isn't great, to be fair, with the 3-minute cooldown. Now it just transforms us into a Colossus for 24 seconds, breaking all roots and snares, increasing your damage dealt by 20%. So if we're rooted or snared, we can break from it, but we can get re-CC'd again, which, if we don't have a trinket, we're pretty screwed, to be fair. So the spec I'm just testing out Bloodbath at the moment, which seems decent. It's a minute cooldown. Melee attacks cause an additional 30% as bleed damage over 6 seconds, while the target's movement speed is reduced to 50%. I also might be testing out Stormbolt, as it does stun a target, so it's another form of CC that we have. Apart from that, warriors are still pretty much the same. I'll run through the spec that I'm using at the moment. A lot of people probably sometimes go for double time. I prefer to just use Juggernaut, have a 12-second cooldown on charge, then 20 seconds, or then having to charge twice. I tend to not have to do that a lot of the times. If I have my focus target there, for example, and I'm DPSing, I usually just need to charge once and I can heroic leap back, and I don't really need to use it again straight away for me to really be speccing into that. You know, there we go, I can use it again after 12 seconds, so for me that works pretty well. Still going with the second wind, which is pretty decent in my opinion, better than the other two in PvP. The next set of talents, I go for Disrupting Shout, another form of CC, which is probably more important now in patch 5.1 than it was in the previous patch. Interrupts all spell casting within 10 yards and prevents any spells from being cast for 4 seconds. I don't choose Piercing Howl because I glyph for hindering strikes, which your Heroic Strike and Cleave also reduce the target's movement speed by 50% for 8 seconds. So I spec into Disrupting Shout. The next one again is a no-brainer. Shockwave is a must. Great for CC, short cooldown, and does pretty significant damage. And it is a conal effect, so you gotta be targeting the person in front of you for them to get stunned. Safeguard is probably going to be by far the best choice from Spell Reflect, Mass Spell Reflect or Safeguard. If we're stunned, rooted, it's very good to break out the snares and roots, because we won't be doing any damage if we're rooted or CC'd all the time. So it's another one which is good. The next one, it's personal preference, still in testing stages, but for the moment I'm going with Bloodbath. I may be testing out Avatar again or Stormbolt, but for now I'm going to stick with Bloodbath. Its damage is pretty decent, and it is a minute cooldown, which is a plus point. Glyphs for the moment, I'm using Glyph from Death from Above. Reduce the cooldown of Heroic Leap by 15 seconds and increase its damage by 100%. Glyph of Hindering Strikes and Glyph of Blitz, your charge stuns an additional 2 nearby targets, which again is pretty decent for stun and CCing people. Next, I'll just go over a few of the macros that I use in Arena, so you guys have a rough idea of what you're playing with. If you use Gladius, then the easiest way to work it is if you're in 2s, for example, and you have a healer and a DPS, and you want to keep the healer as your focus target, you can just right click on the person and you'll get your focus target window, like I've set mine here, come up. Depending on the unit frames that you use, you can move it around and put it wherever you want on the screen. I tend to use it shadow unit frames, so I have my focus here, so you can just right click on the target and that'll be your focus target. The first macro that I'm going to go over, it's a pretty basic one. It's bound to my Mortal Strike. Well, it's bound to all my abilities more or less, to be fair. It's just / start attack, / cancel aura hand of protection, / cast Mortal Strike. It's just if your paladin healer casts hand of protection on you, you obviously want to get that off as soon as you can, so you can carry on DPSing. So instead of having to manually click your cancel the aura, you have it in your bound to your abilities, so it will do that automatically for you. The next macro that I have, it's my so-called one-shot macro. I have that bound to execute. This is really for Arena. I don't really have it like this for BGs, because obviously your execute's proccing a lot more in Battlegrounds than in Arena. But I have it to execute, so you know, I know that the target's low, and I know I'm just going to be bursting and popping all my CDs, so I just have show tooltip execute / use 13. 13 is actually your upper trinket, So you can either write the name / use whatever trinket it is, or just / use 13. Then I've got / cast bloodbath, / cast deadly calm, / cast recklessness, / cast skull banner, and / cast execute. What I try to do, depending on the fight, is I try to stack my taste for blood before I use it, as it is like a one shot. You can kill people literally in a global. As you can see, I have 3 stacks right now. The add-on I use to track my cooldowns is tell me when. So I've got 3 stacks at the moment. Try getting a 4th. Okay, yeah, I got a 4th. Now I have 5 stacks, so I'll try getting a CC on the healer, and all I'll just do is time it, get my Colossal Smash, use my CDs. There we go, a 520k heroic strike. Obviously in arena you won't get that kind of crit, but you will crit, 100, 150, 200, if you're lucky 250k crit. So you have an awesome chance of actually killing your target. So that's why a one-shot macro. Here I have 1, 2, and 3. These are just my focus macros. Whoever I want to focus in arena, depending on my gladius, it's just / focus arena 1, / focus arena 2, / focus arena 3. Then I have a macro as bloodbath is on a minute cooldown. It's just / cast bloodbath, / cast deadly calm. Deadly calm is only on a 30-second cooldown, I believe. Where is deadly calm? It's on a minute cooldown, so it just times well with bloodbath. So I can probably get a couple of heroic strikes in, reduce the rage cost. My next macro is just / cast battle stance, / cast / equip my two-hander. So if I go into defensive stance and I equip my shield, I'm a one-hander, and I'm gonna switch back to my two-hander. It's just a quick basic macro. Then I have another macro which is pretty good to have. Just saves you a couple of extra keybinds. It's / cast charge, then it's / cast hamstring. So just charge the target, spam it again, and apply hamstring to your target. The next macro I have is charge for my focus target. So it's show tooltip / cast at focus space charge. All that basically does is, there's my focus target, here's my target. So if I want to charge my focus target or something, it's very simple. I don't need to target my focus target, or physically have to click on him or focus him. He's in my focus frame, so I just easily just charge the target. Arena's all about split-second decisions, and it really helps to have these macros. Then the next one I have is Focus Fear. It's show to all tip intimidating shout / cancel aura blade storm. If you're using blade storm and you're in the middle of it and you need to cancel it, it does that. / cast target equals focus charge, / cast target equals focus intimidating shout, / cast intimidating shout. So all that basically do is I will charge my target, use it again, and fear my focus target. It's as simple as that. So it's a very good macro to have. Again, then I have my macro for my for intervene, depending who I'm playing with. So it's just / target whoever your arena partner is, then / cast intervene. That's about it. Next macro I have is for my intimidating shout. It's show tooltip / stop casting / cast intimidating shout / stop cast stop attack. All that does is if I'm attacking somebody and I want to cast intimidating shout, it'll just stop attacking straight away and cast intimidating shout. The next one I have is my rallying cry macro. Again, it's probably a decent one to get you out of a tricky situation. It's / cast rallying cry / cast commanding shout, just to give you that extra HP buff, and / use health stone if you're in arena with a warlock. The next macro is my safeguard macro. This can work for both things, your mass spell reflect or safeguard. You just need to edit the show tooltip. Right now I have safeguard, so it's going to use safeguard as the macro. So it's just show tooltip safeguard / cast mass spell reflection, and then you can have / target friend / cast safeguard / target last enemy. So all that will do is whichever ability you have up, it will cast that. So if I want to cast safeguard, if I have obviously my party member, it'll cast safeguard, and then it'll just target my last enemy that I have. The next macro is spell reflect. For this one, what I tend to do is in your equipment manager, I've just made an equipment set called shields, and all that does is, all I have in there is everything else is unchecked. So I've unchecked all the rest of my gear, and I just have my one-hander and my shield, and all that does is quickly equips my two-hander. I'll show you again. So it just quickly equips my two-hander, press it again, and safeguard. So it's pretty quick. To just make an equipment set and then just do / equip set. I had named it shields, then / cast spell reflect. The next macro that I have is shattering throw. Very simple. Show tooltip / cancel aura hand of protection / cast shattering throw. If you've got a hand of protection on you, it'll take it off straight away and cast shattering throw on your target. The next one is shield wall. Again, / equip set shields, / use health stone if I have one, / cast defensive stance, / cast shield wall, then / cast demoralizing banner. Demoralizing banner, as all you may know, decreases damage dealt by all enemies within 30 yards of the banner by 10%. So another good ability to have in that macro, to reduce your damage taken. And the last macro I have is / cast target equals focus heroic throw. Again, all that'll do is if I want to interrupt a spell cast on my focus target, use my macro and I'll just heroic throw. It's very simple. So those are the real macros that I use as a warrior in arena. Your basic rotation really is just going to be, make sure you keep your Mortal Strike on cooldown, use your Colossal Smasher you can, try to stack your Taste for Blood procs if you can get them. Once you have them, then try to time them with your Colossal Smash and your cooldowns, and try to have a decent rage bar so you can get some good damage out. If you don't have the procs, then with your glyph that we have of hindering strikes, do apply and use your heroic strike before your slow on your target is about full life, because you want to try to keep your target as slowed as possible. And your shockwave, time it well, time it with you know, don't, if you have your focus target there and your healer's in trouble, for example, and you know, you need to CC your focus target because your healer's in trouble, for example, don't shockwave the target you're on, just charge your focus target, shockwave, and you can heroic leap back. So warriors are really about maneuverability, timing your cooldowns well, and taking control of the fight and keeping your pressure up. Again, our CCs are quite long, CDs on them, so use them wisely. Always keep your thunderclap up. It applies a debuff called weakened blow. Demoralizes the target, reduces the physical damage dealt by 10%, which is huge in arena. So make sure you use that very well. So if your basic abilities are going to be Mortal Strike, Colossal Smash, Overpower, and your fillers are going to be Slam. Only use Heroic Strike if you need to apply the slow effect, or you're using your Taste of Blood stacks. If you're under 80 rage, then do not use Heroic Strike as your filler. Always use Slam. It does do decent amount of damage, and it does take less rage. Slam, well, it costs 30 rage as well as Heroic Strike, but it does do more damage, a lot more damage than Heroic Strike. So use that. So that basically covers a basic guide on how to arena in patch 5.1 and some of the changes that we've had. Stat wise, it's still the same priority. Get your hit close to 3%, your expertise close to 6%, so your parry chances on your attacks are 0 for level 90. Then PvP power obviously is priority, and just stack as much crit as you can, and time your cooldowns, and you should do well in arena. I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. If you like the video, do follow, hit a thumbs up. I've not done many videos, so I'd appreciate any feedback that people have to better my videos and see what else I can bring to you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back with some more videos soon. Take care. Bye bye.